chance to understand. Because the only thing we know how to transform things is through anger and aversion. But that doesn't transform anything. That just creates more aggression. Then starting to transform difficult things through kindness, we can start. And it works. Very often it works. It might take a long time. Usually we don't have enough patience to do it, but it really works. How many of you have difficult dogs? Like dogs that, and you want to train them? Can you train them with impatience and aggression? No way. So with the dogs we understand, but you can train a dog with a lot of patience and with kindness. In Bern we have a very good example, a dog that people wanted to be shot, and one of our students, she said, I'll take him. She went to training, you know. It's a rich woman who has time to do it, and this and that, she doesn't do anything else. But that, she doesn't come to the group anymore, she doesn't have time. But she says, I don't need to. He has become my object of patience. He senses the slightest impatience that I have. And the dog stopped barking, he's still somehow frightened, but he totally changed in 5 years only, yeah? So he totally changed personality. From being a very frightened, very aggressive dog, he became quite courageous. He sent me a picture, his name is Boris. Boris sitting on a paddleboard, you know, in the middle of a lake. Yeah. Sitting on it, like this. Before he would be very nervous, you know. So it's very nice. So that she goes to special training with these frightened and aggressive dogs. So if we can train dogs with kindness, don't you think we can train humans with kindness? If we see that dogs cannot be trained with unkindness and aggression, why don't we understand that also humans cannot be trained with unkindness and aggression? So this is also, I should not be disheartened. Disheartened means like not being discouraged. And then again take refuge in aggression and anger and all this. But you see this anger towards the public figures who are behaving in such a way, it has been trained for so long that it's very difficult to untrain it now. In doing that which by nature is not unwholesome, but for the sake of myself and other beings, I should always hold my mind fast, acting like an apparition with no sense of self. Okay, we'll do that in the meditation. Why, why do some people say King Bibi? I wonder if they let me come into this country again. If somebody sees the video, I maybe should talk like this. Wow, I might get on the blacklist. If the Secret Service if the Secret Service starts to see it. Anyway, I'm not coming anymore. What to do? So why do some people kind of go King Bibi and why some other people hate it?
They need it.
King Bibi, people call it
I know,
King Bibi.
but because those people, they need.
Because those people are stupid and we are intelligent. And then the people who shout King Bibi, they think exactly the same thing. You know?
No,
So anyway, so what I'm trying to see, these other people, the King Bibi people have a self. Me, I love Bibi. These other people here, and I love him. These people here, like us, we say we don't love him. We also have a self, and it's that self, this ego, who holds on to my view is right. That is not there. That creates the aggression or the admiration. None of them is right, because there's no real Bibi nowhere. There's no real self nowhere. Yeah. So we'll do the meditation. You can do it on Bibi if you want. Yeah. No, it's I think at one point I did it on the settlers. And people, the settlers. Your settlers.
You've been to the settlers? You've been to the settlers?
At the meditation, I said to people to take a settler to try to dissolve the aggression. Somebody at the Red Camp said you could have taken Hitler, it would have been easier.
Yes.
Because Hitler is dead. There is so much hate in some people towards these people who are, they are the cause for this. we have to communicate with each other. Otherwise, it's not going, there will be no peace. It's like hate is not going to change people. Hate is not making come out of wherever they are, where they should not be. So if you work in this field, by the way, if you know Eyal Shani, maybe, he is doing his private thing, but in a very beautiful way. He's a Torana, and especially this guy in Switzerland, what's his name? French guy. That he goes to Vipassana courses. He is so peaceful, and he works with settlers. He tries to go and talk to settlers, but in a very peaceful way. He gets abused and all this. He's such a wonderful person. I mean, through this practice where he had to again come back to his non-violent approach. Yeah. He helps the Palestinians, he helps especially the Bedouins, he tries to help them. He gets, of course, they get angry at him because he's Israeli, but he helps in whatever way, little way he can, and he's a happy person. He has no hate. He does something. Eyal Shani, the Tai Chi teacher and Shiatsu therapist, and he has beard, and he has very good looking man. You can Google him. He has some videos on YouTube. He goes to the Hebron Hills, there mountains or whatever it's called, South Hebron Hills, and he does what's it called? He does Tai Chi kind of with the kids in these villages, and he gives shiatsu massage to the people. He brings the medicine. He jokes with them. He makes them laugh. He's not going there, no, you poor people, He's so funny. He goes there and he makes them laugh. He gives them a small moment of being relaxed and being loved in their very difficult life. If you go and see them with hate against the Israelis, you cannot relax. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. I could tell you more stories about that, about me, about hate against a certain group of people in India, but we don't have time. So. Where were we? Oh, with no sense of self. Yeah, this self that gets so upset and so worked up about these things, does not exist. I'm not saying the situation that is here is not good, and what the governments are doing is not good, but it's also, hating them is not changing anything. It's not changing anything at all. By thinking again and again that after a long time I have won the greatest pleasure, likewise I should hold my mind as utterly unshakable as the king of mountains. This one I don't understand properly. What does it say in the commentary? How do we guard the mind? First, we should always try to have a firm and steadfast mind, and should always try to maintain respectfulness and courtesy along with a sense of modesty and fear. You see, if you're forced to be respectful, it doesn't work, it doesn't make you happy. But if you want to be, it gives you a very relaxed mind. If you are in the presence of somebody that you naturally respect, you don't have negative emotions because you're so happy to be in that presence. Yeah? So, developing respect for somebody, it makes you happy. This is what it is. Then you go, how can I respect somebody like this person? Well, by looking at the qualities that he has. He also has qualities, and we let aside the negativities. Then we develop respect. And then, if somebody is disturbed about my behavior, and I would like them to tell me, by the way. Yeah, it's good if you tell me. Don't tell other people behind my back. It's not helping because then I don't know. Yeah. So you can tell me, but I would like also that they tell me this with respect and not with because otherwise I will close up, and then I start to defend myself. And as a nun, I don't attack back, but an ordinary person attacks back, especially in this country. Here you get attacked by somebody who made a mistake. The other day I had to say to somebody, excuse me, I didn't make the mistake. You made the mistake, but I'm not angry at you. Why are you angry at me? And he continued, It's a habit. It's a sort of defense. I'm not saying this, please, again,
You're not
I'm not saying this is in a bad way. It's just a fact. And I'm not getting hurt by this. I feel it's ridiculous. I get stunned. I kind of go like, huh? What is happening here? And I expressed my being stunned with words. And then it was also in shoot because it was really high cheating. And the woman, his wife, she went back to where the money is. She took what I bought and she gave me back my money. The woman. When I just said, I said, I think this is a bit exaggerated because instead of 100 grams instead of 3 shekels, she asked for 8 shekels. So instead of 30 shekels, I paid 80 shekels for the kilo. I went back and I thought, this is a bit much. Yeah? And so he got really angry and kind of, he said, where are you from? From Germany? And then I said, look, I didn't make a mistake. I'm just asking, what do you think of this? This is the same thing. This I bought down there, and on top of it, it's clean. The other one is dirty. And I paid 3 shekels. This you wanted 8 shekels for 100 grams. I mean, what do you think of this? And the woman, and then I said, why are you getting angry? I'm just asking you. I'm not attacking you. I'm not angry. I'm just asking. He didn't even notice that I was not angry. Yeah? So this is it. Here, the aggression has become so strong between the people that you don't even notice it anymore when somebody's not angry because you assume that they are angry when, we come. If I would have been Israeli, I probably would have blasted him for going really over the top with asking too much money. No?
There are other instances. You remember that woman with the funny sunglasses?
Yeah.
But also you mentioned
yeah. We can, sometimes people get really, you can surprise them by not being angry. Yeah.
It's like
when somebody makes a mistake, and they already go like, and you say like, it's okay, it's just something, it's okay, don't worry, it's all right, I'm not angry, it's okay. Then they relax, and then you talk about the mistake. Then you can figure out the situation. When aggression is in the situation, there's nothing you can figure out. So you cannot ask of the other person who is not a spiritual practitioner not to be angry. But what is said here, you don't go angry into this situation. So what we have when you watch the news, or if I mention the word Bibi, watch your mind. And then go into this, and then dissolve it. Or when I say, this happens either in Germany or in Switzerland or whatever, and it's something that is unpleasant, watch your reaction, which is closing up and immediately wanting to say something. Yeah? And then, with awareness and mindfulness, then dissolve that, and then say something. Wait. Here it says, resolute, faithful, steady, respectful, polite, all this. And then you will become more relaxed. And people will not be able to hurt you anymore. This is it. The more you close up with your protection, the easier it is to hurt you. The more you open up and you give people the permission to abuse me verbally, so what? It's just words. I had to learn that walking around in this uniform. People, sometimes they spit in front of me.
Ah, yes?
Oh, yeah. Or they abuse me, and all kinds of things. So in order to still wear these clothes where people see what I am, I needed to work with it and to give them the permission to look at me in whatever way they look at me, to talk to me in whatever way they want to talk to me. Not here in Israel. Here in Israel it doesn't happen. It's quite rare that somebody is disturbed by my appearance. But in Switzerland, wow, stupid, say, blah, blah, this and that.
Ah, yeah?
I could scream, this is discrimination, blah, blah, blah. I could go to the press. I'm not doing it. Why should I do it? Why are these people doing it? They're ignorant. They don't know what I am. And with the neighbors around us, where it started, I was able to dissolve all their aggression with being kind. Talking about their dogs, offering my help. For one who was really bad, kind of buying the most expensive chocolate you can find in Bern, putting it in their letterbox and saying, I'm really sorry that I disturbed your mind. We became friends. People in the house, they thought I was stupid. We have one Israeli in the house. She thought, gosh, you're so stupid. You're bringing them chocolate. And from Chile, you know, the most expensive one. What are you doing? I said, let's see. So she has 3 kids who are really, really loud. And she moved. And they moved, okay? And so the neighbor there, he was disturbed. He was complaining. So she bought some chocolate and brought it to him and apologized. And she said, you know what? It worked. He doesn't complain. So first she thought it's stupid. So then it matures. And then, you know, because she could have gone, you know, shut up. It doesn't make him stop complaining. But a friend is much more tolerant than an enemy. An enemy is very intolerant. The smallest thing you do which is wrong, tap, they point it out. A friend is, you know, you can make noise, you can have a party from time to time, you can park the car in their space when there's need or no need or whatever. So, again, we shouldn't be kind because we want people to be kind to us, but that's what happens, whether you want or not. It just happens. So I think also here maybe there's one argument where it says, but you know, you shouldn't do it with that purpose. And then I think the answer is, but it's the same thing. If a woman is pregnant, even she doesn't want to show it, it will show because she has a big belly. So the same way, if you're kind to others, the kindness will come back. Maybe not immediately, but at one point for sure. And it makes you feel better. It makes you feel more relaxed when you act with kindness. Okay. So we make a break. And so in the break again, you know, so it's 10 to 11, so we make a break until 4 past. So in the break again, as you go around, check your state of mind. And choose one of them, you know, there's many. Resolute, faithful, steady, respectful, polite, apprehensive, peaceful, you know. Choose one of them and try to develop it with thoughts. These mind states, you develop them with thoughts. And if it's respectful, you say, oh, nobody's here. So you can think about somebody that you respect. Okay? Faithful to your practice. Polite, the way we speak, the way we behave with the body. Okay. So then again you take the meditation into the break by being mindful and aware of your mind state. Thank you very much.